Welcome back to the Thrift Store Horde, episode 9, right here on TRN TV. Thanks so much for joining us each month as we show off our goodies from the thrift store. Also got my buddies here. We've got Adam here. Hello, Adam.
Hey, howdy, hey.
How you been? Good luck?
Oh, lots of good luck. Lots of fun stuff around.
Good for you. Good for you. I've got some pretty fun stuff here. Kevin, welcome.
What's going on, guys? I have a stack here, and I'm hoping it's not too heavy and it won't crush the box that it's all on.
Wow. Okay. You've been very lucky then.
I had a good day. I'm following a lot of local businesses on Facebook now. So when they post that they got something interesting in, I might make special trips.
So you're perusing Facebook as your kind of online source there. Adam, do you do any online searching like that?
I'm all analog still. It's all just in person, just doing it. I have not gotten into the Facebook Marketplace and all those, no matter how many times it's suggested to me. One of these days.
Nope, not Facebook Marketplace. Let me be correct. Local businesses and stores and thrifting and stuff like that are posting, oh, hey, this just showed up at our store today.
Oh.
Or we're having a 50% off sale today, or stuff like that.
Nice.
So that's how I'm planning my my loops now.
I've dabbled into Facebook Marketplace. I actually sold a stack of Nintendo Power magazines on Facebook Marketplace for a nice little chunk of change. They weren't from my era. They were like late 90s, early 2000s, as it was just finishing up. So these aren't mine, not my Nintendo Power. So I let those go. One thing I have been looking for online or have been using as a source is the Goodwill, Shop Goodwill site. And I actually have our first opening video today. So I'm going to do that while we're doing our rounds. You guys have seen some of the items that are in there, but not all of them. So we'll make it a surprise. I do know what's in there. It was just an auction that I won, but I was anxious to get it, and it came today. So I thought, what the heck? We'll do an opening. And then I think we agreed on 3 rounds here. So lots of, let's see, I got some books, music, 1 VHS tape to show you, and a couple of odds and ends, which I've been, I stumbled into mainly. I haven't been really looking at kind of the, stuff that's not media, dead media. But who wants to go first?
You got the stack, Kevin. How about you?
Yeah. Come on, Kevin.
All right. So I'm gonna sneak something in here. So this is 3 and 3.5. Actually. All right. So we follow each other. We follow a few other people in this retro community, and a lot of times that dictates what you are going to find and what you're looking for. So Jason usually has some good music finds. I can't find anything for records, cassettes, whatever, but I did find an interesting CD. I found Robert Downey Jr., the futurist.
Whoa.
His full, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full-length CD here from 2004. So I was very surprised to see this. It was like $1, if that. This is nice. This is good, classy and all. This is what people warned Marvel they were going to get when he first became Iron Man. Like, he's a drug addict, right? Oh my God, what are we going to do? I haven't listened to it yet because it is brand new. Very curious, though.
I've heard he's a great singer. On Rob Lowe's podcast, he's like, I went to school with Robert Downey Jr. and all those guys, and he was in the choirs, and he was like the hottest guy in like all the choirs around. So apparently he's really good.
All right.
He Sting has brought him out on stage during his live performances. There's an awesome version of Driven to Tears that Robert Downey Jr. does the vocals on. Go search that on YouTube.
I dream of rain. He's doing the backup on it.
He's not biting you on stage. That's for sure.
All right. Another one influence, not one of us, not one of Retro, but I think fair to say a friend of the Retro Network. Purple Stuff Podcast. Recent episode was all about Burger King. And as if by fate, kismet, whatever, a Burger King Kids Club Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles VHS showed up.
Yep, I found one too.
I was so happy. So happy.
That's awesome.
All right. Yeah, I texted Adam that and he was like, I got that one.
Yeah, I got it. It's right over here.
If you follow Adam's Wizards account, one of the recent posts was the Vampirella 2-page advertisement there for Harris. I don't know exactly where this falls, but look what I found at a flea market. It is not the same one that you had.
Yeah.
It's a different advertising and a different poster for Vampirella. He charged me too much for it, I will be honest. Like for what this is, like I charged too much. But I had ended up like buying a ton of stuff for the guy, so I just rolled with it and let it happen. All right. And then so that's my sneak in one. But for VHS there, Adam, you being the expert there, were these boxes ever official or are they video store boxes?
Okay, so is that a hard case? Is what you're saying?
Hard case, hard case, white clamshell.
Yeah, so I
sticks
have,
in there nice.
There are some. I'm trying to see it right now. So I have a Rambo, the second Rambo that is an official release in a hard case. So that does happen occasionally, but it's not always the case. It's usually a cut box. Yep, there it is. That one.
Nice.
So this one might be official then.
Yeah, that one I'm pretty sure.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Okay, because I found they're obviously all from the same store that went out of business, but any of these white ones I grabbed right away there. Yeah, so I got the Rambo one. This is called The Stud with Joan Collins. I have no idea, but
yeah, I was trying to figure out what title that was. So the label wraps around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the label's all the way around it. So it does kind of look
that
like,
one looks like an official release.
Yeah, like it could be cut box, but it looks nice. So I thought maybe not. Raw deal. And the only problem with that is you like the sun bleaching.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, from however it sat and all. FX.
Yeah.
Classic one. And to go along with the part 2, I also found part 1.
That's great. Yeah, those are nice.
And that like that is just so awesome looking because I like now I'm at the point I don't know if I want to flip or keep some of these though too because they're just so cool. I listened to this great podcast all about First Blood lately. Very good podcast there. I think other people should listen to it, but it got me in the mood to kind of want to revisit these.
I was curious to see if what a release date was on there because obviously that's probably not an 82 release, probably later in the 80s or something.
It's 82.
Is it really?
Yeah. Here, I don't know if it'll pick up. It's the
because like I have some, and it's like this one says it's from 1988, and this one here looks to be a later release too. So this is 95. This one, yeah. So
yeah, because I got the Roman numerals on here, and and I went to Catholic school, so I can read them. But it's got 82 on it. I mean, but like, Adam, you got everything behind you. Like Jason, we were talking off air that sometimes, like you got your collection, but sometimes you'll flip stuff too. This, I don't know. Like, I'm never going to find it again if I get rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, depending on what someone's willing to pay for it, though, I might be willing to. So I'm just not sure.
Yeah, right, I can tell you. I had luck selling a sealed copy recently. I'll save that story for when we wrap up Rental Return, Adam. All right, Adam, go ahead. If that was it, Kevin.
As far as VHS tapes go in here, I've actually picked up quite a bit recently, just kind of mid-level, nothing super exciting, but I did have to show this one just because of the times we're living in and what is popular at the moment. So, The Peacemaker, starring George Clooney. Unrelated to the HBO Max series, but as soon as they announced it, I remember thinking, I remember that, but I knew it wasn't the same, but I was like, but was it? Did they just modify it from the comic and not give him the helmet back in the day? So when I saw that, I was like, I just got to pick it up. But this one here is one I was very familiar with. I'm curious for you guys. Star Kid. Do you see that right there?
That's cool. Lenticular.
Yeah. Lenticular, flippy, yeah.
Yeah, so I had this back in the day. I got it for Blockbuster Video as like a used copy, but it's actually really good. Like the special effects in it are pretty impressive for a kid's movie. So I always enjoyed it. So yeah, Star Kid, but just the lenticular cover was, kind of the nadir of that, format when that was finally coming out, but still is exciting. But the big one on the VHS front, guys, is Flash Match, the VCR game.
What is that?
So there were many VCR games back in the day, but this one in particular is interesting. I mean, the graphics themselves, it's by Mattel. This just feels like adjacent to the Power Glove, right? Like that's when you're looking at that. But what it is basically a memory game. So you put in the VHS tape and it shows a series of pictures, and then you have these Flash Match cards, right? And so it gives you a booklet to like somebody's like the game master, and it has images like this: Tron World, or Scary Female Clown, or Not Quite Knight Rider. All right. It's kind of unfair. We get Speedo Man here. We don't get Bikini Lady. I'm sorry, they're not offering it. Closest we get is Lady Legs, so you get those. We do get Zestfully Clean, though. I don't know. I was just like, what is going on with that? But or like Basket of Gumballs. So it's just like random images that they expect you to remember, then you write them down, then you find out if you win. It's not a very good game. It doesn't have any actors on it. That's what I always loved about the VHS games, where they would show actors and things like that. So anyway, those are just a few that I also picked up this, copy of the Goonies, this clamshell here recently. I have like a slipcase version, but it was just kind of fun to grab this because I didn't have that edition yet. But yeah, so those are my finds as far as VHS goes this time around.
Yes, there you go. Found it myself.
Yeah, we're twins.
Does yours have the crazy Furby gizmo in it?
Mine does have a booklet, but it's for random movies on here, Little Giants and things like that. On the back, those one I like the best because it has Mask of the Phantasm, some Batman and Robin animated series tapes and stuff. So, but yeah, it's interesting.
I picked it up. I didn't get the catalog with mine, but this weird insert, I had to get it. So it's like a Furby that looks like Gizmo from Gremlins.
I'm just wondering, is that before or after they got sued by the company that was selling the Furbies? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. It's got Warner Brothers logos down here. So it's got like the Witches, Gremlins, Goonies, Beetlejuice, and Addams Family Reunion. So I guess those are all in that mix. But it was a $5 rebate to mail in when you bought your Gizmo Furby. I don't know.
All right, what do you got, Jason?
All right, so I showed you, that was just dumb luck that I found that video recently. I had one before. I think I sent that over to Chad in a gift box. So Kevin, if you want to collect those, let me know. It's yours, because that's the only one that I have. As far as media goes, found a couple soundtracks. On cassette, I found the Hoosiers soundtrack, which is just this movie score, essentially.
I was going to say, I don't remember any hit songs from Hoosiers.
No. There's no No Basketball Jones on there. And then I found an original release for 50 cents of the Top Gun soundtrack on CD.
Ooh.
So 1986 CD version that I was like, and typically when I'm looking through CDs, if I see the white spine with the red letters, it's probably one of the original releases.
Yeah.
And this one even has this border over here with a barcode. That's another indication that it's probably an original release. But the CD was in immaculate condition, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to pick it up, even though I can listen to it on Spotify or Amazon Prime Music is what I typically use. All right, the oddball things that I found. First of all, I went through a phase where I was collecting the frosted mugs from Batman Forever. They were from McDonald's. Y'all remember those?
Oh, yeah.
And then my wife said, because she worked for McDonald's for a while she was in high school, she said the Flintstones also had frosted mugs that they put out. So I was collecting those, and she found in the lamp section, like, I don't know if they thought it was like something that goes in a lampshade or I don't know. It was with all those like little bulbs and the glass fixtures that go on like ceiling fans and all that. Odd place to have it, but I found the missing one, so I have all 4 now of the Flintstones frosted mugs.
That's awesome. And Jason, I'll tell you, so I turned on the movie the other day just randomly on one of the streaming services, and in the opening Kyle MacLachlan actually has like this goblet he's drinking out of that is carved exactly like the ones in the movie, and I never knew that they had that kind of synergy between the movie. I thought it was just like, oh, it's a fun thing to do, but no, it's actually in the movie, that style of glassware.
That's cool. I probably watched the movie once. It was a rental or something back in the day. I have not watched it since. So I don't know. Maybe I need to check it out just for that factor. But yeah, I don't collect a lot of glassware, but those 2 sets I have, and then some random like old Pepsi and Coke bottles and knee-high bottles I've kept around. The other thing that I found just random on a shelf, $1. I don't typically go looking for the stuffed animals and all that, but I was like, that looks vintage. And it is. It's a Smurfette plushie.
Ooh. Hey.
From 1981. It was a little worse for wear. We actually threw it through the washing machine. But it's got her image on the dress all over. So I was like, that's definitely the Smurfette that I know. And I looked at the tag, and sure enough, 1981. So I've rearranged my shelf here. I don't have all my little plushies and stuff up on top of my shelf anymore, but she's definitely going in the collection. So, all right, next round, Kevin.
Me? All right. So, so you guys know what remainders are? Remainders. All right. So when I worked at Borders, and if you guys remember Borders bookstores at all,
oh yeah,
up front, much like Barnes Noble has, there'd be the clearance areas. So what they would do is the buyers for Borders would go to your book publishers, and they would look at what's left over, what didn't sell, and they'd be like, "All right, we'll give you $100 for a pallet, like an entire pallet. What's on it? Don't know, don't care." And then they would sell them for like $2, $5, 10, whatever, depending on what it is. And that was their clearance section up front. And they would do like the little black dot on it or whatever. And Barnes Noble kind of does a similar thing now. Well, your local independent bookstores are offered these deals as well. The book publishers will be like, we just want to get rid of the stuff. We'll sell it to you for dirt cheap. So mine bought a bunch of them. They didn't sell for full price. And on her Facebook page, again, checking stuff on Facebook, it was announced anything that is remainder is $2 right now. Get it out of here. So I showed up. All right. So we got Stanley, A Marvelous Life.
Oh,
nice biography. That looks great. Stephen Colbert's Tech Jensen. Did you know Stephen Colbert wrote a comic?
No,
so I got that. Adam Simon Bisley, Lobo artist there. 13 coins, which looks odd as hell, but had to grab it. Stephen Niles, who did 30 Days a Night, apparently did a kaiju thing called Giant Monster. Sorry, he wrote 30 Days a Night. Ben Smith, who drew it, has Wormwood Goes to Washington, which is some sort of like devil politics thing. I don't know what this is, but it looked cool. Ordinary. I have no idea. Grabbed it. Winona Earp, which is a sci-fi show, but was a comic at first. Volume 1.
Yeah, I have a couple loose issues of that. Yeah.
Volume 2. These look cool. For those that love actually, there, let me switch because I don't know what this is. Skinned. I have no idea what it is, but it was huge, oversized. It looks so pretty. And again, all these were $2, so I grabbed it. And then for those that love podcasts, there's a very popular one called The Thrilling Adventure Hour. And they had a comic, which I didn't know. So I grabbed all those. They were all $2 each. I was so happy. She was happy to see them go out of there. Everyone was good at them. Unfortunately, I'm thinking like, I don't know how often this is going to happen. So I kind of feel like I got to go like once a month maybe to see if this happens again. But I also don't know where I'm putting them or when I'm reading them.
Local bookstore.
It is the first local bookstore that's been in our area since I moved down here, and I moved down here 13 years ago. And there's not a single local bookstore in our area. There's Barnes Noble half hour away. There's another Barnes Noble half hour in the opposite direction. But there's nothing local. Even my comic store is a 20-minute trip for me. So there's nothing in town. So they finally showed up in town. But our local, we have an independent theater as well that just got everything redone. They do a silent movie weekend that people come from all over the country for. They hire an organist to play the original music. They do a drive-in movie night. They do like a classic Looney Tunes cartoons night and get the old like 8mm or whatever for it. So the theater set up to look like an old school theater. And this is right next door to it. I'm like, oh, you're going to make so much money.
I was going to say, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yep. Also on the same block is a coffee shop, a wine bar, and a pizza shop. So you could just hang out there.
Yeah,
like perfect date night. Just go there.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, we have a couple of those stores that I know are pallet buyers. Like you said, Dirt Cheap. That's actually a chain that I think just buys pallets of Amazon returns and Target clearance and all that stuff. I've never found any. They have a few books, but not like comics or anything like that.
No, Treats, my former podcast host there, his parents go to one in our area weekly. Whenever they get their 18-wheelers in, they'll go in. If something, you have to buy the whole pallet and get it to your house somehow. You might see some stuff that's on it, but the rest of it is a mystery. But if something breaks on the pallet and they got to open it up, then they will sell the stuff piecemeal. So I guess one showed up that had a toilet on there, just a brand new toilet. The toilet shattered, so they had to sell everything else on there. And there was like a jukebox and like random video game stuff. Like just, it's so crazy. So it's really, it's retail gambling in a way.
Yeah. Okay, Adam.
All right. So next up here, as far as like records and stuff, I was able to find. I'll tell you real quick before I start. I saw they had a pile of laser discs at my Goodwill today when I stopped in. Not something that usually happens. I'm not in the laser disc game yet. I'm in the video disc game. It's different than laser disc. So plus they were all like educational stuff. So I was like, oh, it's from a school.
Oh.
Like, I don't need this. But what I did pick up was a copy of the Jane Fonda work.
Yes.
Because this is, I didn't realize, got all that in there, but like the actual artists who were involved in this, like you have the Jacksons, you have REO Speedwagon, you got Billy Ocean, Boz Scaggs, like all these like 80s mainstays, right? Like offering, and I'm surprised because I saw this in 2 different stores in one day. So it's just like, I got to pick it up. It's just like, it's saying, but I've never, for as ubiquitous as the Jane Fonda workout was, I have never found any of the tapes. Like you find the Firm, you find all these different workout tapes, but not the Jane Fonda. So I don't know what's going on there. But also in the mix, as far as like the original, right? Like going back to the beginning, I found Jeff Foxworthy's "You Might Be a Redneck If," the original cassette.
Nice.
How many truckers took this, right, on a long haul? So
truckers, nothing, man. We used to, on our drives to Pennsylvania from Georgia, like we had that one and we had the Games Rednecks Play and laughed the whole way there, man. They're great.
I was more of a John Pinette guy myself. I like me some.
Oh yeah, he was great.
Show me the buffet. That was good.
I'm gonna guess that's 93 or 94.
Yeah, let me check.
Sounds right.
Gotta check my Roman numerals like Kevin. Yeah, it doesn't say on the outside sleeve here, but I think you must be right.
Yeah, the Games Rednecks Play came out around 95 or 6 when the Olympics were, because he riffs on the Olympics when they were in Atlanta. So it was just before that one, yeah.
And then the last one here, because it's always fun to find these tapes. I use them actually for the holiday, but I found a Hallmark Halloween sounds tape. There's no information on this. It doesn't have like, anything to indicate what year it came out. I'm going to guess early 90s. But actually I found this player at Goodwill as well, which is a great Sony piece. And let's take a listen. And it gets into some good music. Anyway, this is definitely going to go out for Halloween this year. We'll be playing this in the front yard.
Yeah, that's great. I got a tape. I want to say maybe McDonald's put one out at one point or something, but I don't have a sleeve or anything for it. It was just doing a lot of kids cassettes that I bought actually from Goodwill off their website. But yeah, I love all those like spooky and just weird sound effects tapes and stuff. If you ever find the one that was that they used to sell, with the on television, like the infomercials for all of your answering machine songs, I want to find that one.
Oh my God. Wait for the beep.
Yes, yeah. All the rap and disco and whatever else, Anyway. All right, a few books here I'll throw your way. This one is vintage 1986. Yes, 1986. This was a whole collection of books that I think it's Antioch Publishing. Yes. Just they're real small and square. There's books on teddy bears, unicorns. I got one that's on Bigfoot. And the big thing was it came with something special. It came with stickers inside. Some had bookmarks. I recently sold 4 of these for $20 on eBay. No problem.
Really?
Only one had stickers in it. This one's got a full page. So I was definitely picking this up for $1.
Yeah, I have a Garfield one, but I remember, from the book fairs, that was always the thing. There'd be like a Ghostbusters one or Ninja Turtles or whatever, and it would have the stickers. That's what you were all about.
Yeah. So I haven't been lucky enough. Like I said, I found one that has Bigfoot, did not have the stickers in there. All like facts about Bigfoot. Most of these other ones are just these random teddy bear and unicorn ones, but they are valuable if you find
facts about Bigfoot. You seen him? Have you smelled him? That's what they always say, right? The skunk ape, right?
Actually, I was meaning the Bigfoot monster truck.
Oh, the monster truck. Okay.
All right.
So I'm sure that smells to high heaven as well about now. The other one I found, I couldn't believe I found the first the first copy of this. Found a second copy. I think I asked you, Adam, if you wanted it. The Page Master junior novelization. That there are fun little Macaulay Culkin looking like Harry Potter pictures in the middle here.
That makes it look like he's the author of the book. Like that's on the back of the dust jacket.
Yeah. So I picked that one up. That one was pretty cheap. So anybody wants a copy of that, hit me up. And then this one, I didn't make it in your package today, Adam, but I'll get it in the next one. There you go. Dick Tracy. This one is In Hot Water.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, I'm guessing, well, not based on the movie, but kind of based around the popularity probably of the movie at the time, or the
that's an actual
marketing
scene from the movie. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but some really, really great illustrating in here.
Oh yeah.
So it's not pictures at all from the movie. It's just illustrations. There you go. I mean, excellent looking stuff.
That is great, man.
But then on the back, it's got all the other ones that you can find as well. The look books from Golden Books, and see if they had any other ones on here. G.I. Joe, Tower of Power. Ooh, I might want that one. All right, go ahead. Last round here, Kevin.
Last round. All right. Have either of you guys ever heard of bud plant catalogs?
No.
Okay. So this guy started out in San Jose buying and selling comics. And then he moved on to like the books of it and collectibles and stuff like that. And he was a independent underground comics publisher as well. He was offered by Wendy and creators of ElfQuest. Richard. If he wanted to publish ElfQuest, he passed. He was offered a few other things because he just wanted to concentrate on selling this stuff. He eventually got so big that Diamond bought him out, and now they cover the West Coast, but he still does these catalogs where he sells off like art books and comic stuff and history and calendars and all sorts of things. I happened to stumble across 3 of them and I lost my mind. So I have this one's from summer 97. Very nice looking. This one's winter 99 and 2000. And then I have winter 96, 97.
Oh.
So he has like, here's random, like an ad for random art books on the back. But it's almost like a previews catalog for comics, but it's got everything. So like, these are all comic graphic novels that you can order through him. Just page after page of it. And then, all right, here's Mobius, collection of Mobius artwork, which Mobius is huge in Europe, but never really crossed over. The old biggest thing in America is Stan Lee and him did a Silver Surfer 2-issue comic. Mm-hmm. And that's been it. Like just the amount of stuff in here is insane for it. And then he just has like, all right, here's posters, here's art books, here's prints. I'm not buying, like, clearly this is all older, 20 years plus. So I'm not going to, okay, new comics on CD-ROM. Let's order some of them.
The future is here.
Well, like there's statues in here. There's foreign art. There's stuff from like all over the world in here. So he just had like a warehouse of all this stuff, but he was the main place that you could get these. And he still does stuff today, I guess, which I kind of want to see if I can like order some now, just for my own curiosity here. But I was just, all right, there's a Sotheby's subsection in here. So these are probably like when Sotheby's had an auction and they had their catalogs, he just bought up a bunch of catalogs and sold them through his own catalog. I'm sure the prices aren't the same anymore. If I had we all need like a Betty Boop, please no smoking sign for no good reason.
Of course.
But I am sure that I'm going to just find like treasure after treasure in these and just absolutely cool, ridiculous stuff I forgot about. Oh, hey, you can order anime VHS tapes for $30 each from these catalogs.
He's got the Guyver in there.
And that's sold. The Guyver's probably in here. I'm just making sure stuff is safe too for Jason's sake. 1950s glamour photography magazines. Like, who has these? Apparently he does, enough that you can order them out of the catalog. Like, I'm gonna find so much stuff in here. One that I want to buy, and then I'm gonna have to eBay. but two, like just article ideas, things I never knew about. There's gonna be stuff in here where it's like, oh my god, I've never heard of this comic, and it's from one of my favorite people, and for some reason, you know, everyone's forgotten about it. Like, I can't wait to just waste a lot of hours going through those catalogs. But yeah, that was at a random flea market for like $1 each.
That's fantastic.
So
yeah,
I'm
historical piece.
Yeah, I'm remembering that booth. That's a booth that I'm going to have to check again. Like, that's someone that will probably find them again, and they'll be mine.
And just for clarification, it's not for my sake. It's so TRN TV stays online on YouTube. We don't want any strikes. Yeah. Random manga. Yeah, whatever.
Side note, I was watching a new heavy metal video on YouTube, and I was like, wow, this song's good. And I'm watching it at work, just to have the music playing while I'm at work. And I look over at my phone, and it is nothing but blatant nudity in the video. I'm like, oh my God, like, please, no one walk by my desk right now. And then I'm thinking, how did YouTube not notice? Whatever. Not my problem. But I thought YouTube was safe to play at work. I was wrong.
All right. So for my final here, this is something, you know, I talk often. I don't find comics very often at, you know, my stores that I go to. And I also don't really find action figures very often. But today, as I was walking through, the deal is whenever we go to Daddy's store, that's what my 3-year-old calls it. When we go out of Goodwill, we're like, oh, Daddy's store, I get a toy. I was like, you get my wife's like, stop bringing home crap toys. But
my daughter calls it bad will. She hates it. Pulling teeth.
My kid, just to complete the trifecta here, my kid called it garage because he knew what a garage sale was. So I was like, well, we're going to a store that's kind of like a garage sale store. So he called it garage.
That's awesome. All our kids know. They're like, what's dad up to now? Yeah. But this time around, though, as we were walking, there were these two guys about our age who were there digging through the area where they have like the bagged toys, right? They just put like random toys in plastic bags and hang them up. And so I could see like they had like an Iron Giant, like 10-inch toy they had pulled off a shelf somewhere. So they were definitely collectors. Like, oh, they're trying to find it. And it literally, as I walked by, I saw one item in the bag. I just like reached my hand out, didn't even stop, and just kept going like they didn't see it. And I grabbed it, right? So again, it was a bag full of 90s action figures, and that's just so rarely do I ever encounter that. So first up here, this is Apone from the Kenner Aliens line. I had this as a kid. I loved my Apone. He was awesome. This is the Pirate Peter Pan from the Mattel Hook series. Looks terrible. That does not look anything like Robin Williams. This is the Extreme Justice.
Total Justice. Yup.
Yeah. DC line. This is the Harpoon hand. Although the Harpoon has not survived, this was Aquaman's redesign for the 90s. So that was fun. On the DC track, I do not know what accessory this came with. This is an all green Batman with a golden, shimmery, shiny helmet. This is like St. Patrick's Day Batman. I don't know what's going on here, but it cracked me up.
Kind of looks like the Riddler.
I know, exactly, right? This one, you know, G.I. Joe ripoff, The Core, right? So this is just a random The Core action figure that was in there. This was pretty neat. This is the original Toy Biz Dr. Doom. For those who don't remember these from 1990, his thing was he had this like little kind of like spinny helicopter blade you would put in his hand and then it would spin. And amazingly, this little tab is not broken off, so you can still spin it, but it did not come with his weapon. But the one that caught my eye, the item that I saw in that bag where I was like, I know what that is, I must have it, you know, was Jack Slater from Last Action Hero.
Oh, wow.
Look, there's even a ripped shirt detail in the back here.
Oh, wow.
I have a lot of Last Action Hero merch and special items, but I have not started collecting the figures yet. So to finally get one, I was very excited.
Anyway, Doug.
Yeah. So that was my exciting find for today.
It's great.
Yeah, it's funny, like, there is one thrift store in my within driving range that does the bag stuff. Nobody else does the bag stuff. And I don't know, maybe it's just because they don't get it, but I'm always kind of looking through there because this is all random Hot Wheels cars and, you know, kid stuff. You never know what you're going to find. One time they had like decks of baseball cards just in bags. So I don't know. I guess some are baggers and some aren't. All right. Let's rip into this. If you're done, Adam. Let's rip into this Goodwill lot that I found online. And like I've said before, if you're shopping there, you're either finding lots of stuff, not a lot, but a lot, you know. Anyway, that's always the best way to buy because the shipping is usually $8 to $12 no matter what you're getting. So it's better to buy in bulk, essentially. So I found this lot. One thing stuck out. It better be in here. One thing that stuck out that I was like, I want to go for this. And I think I ended up paying $25. But first out of the bag is this vintage M&M's car tin that opens up. And I think inside, yes, inside are some Alf trading cards.
Whoa!
So I got 3 unopened packs and then a bunch of just cards from the set. And I think there was 2 series of cards, but there's some Bully baseball cards in there too. And stickers, some of the stickers. The packs that I had were just trash. And when I got to the stickers, they wouldn't even peel off the back. So I'm glad I got some Alf stickers in there. Random Hot Wheels car there too. There was essentially 3 items that really caught my eye. There's a bunch of these little skateboards. Have y'all seen those that are, I don't know, I call them like Hot Wheels skateboards, but
Tech Deck or something like that.
Yeah. They were cool though. I mean, because it came with some of the accessories and stuff to change out the wheels, but the boards you can't really tell through the plastic, but the decks look pretty awesome on the bottom. You know, some cool designs. And there was like I think I see about 8 of them in there. A yo-yo, of course. Everybody needs a yo-yo. And there's a Smurf figure, but I'm pretty sure this is the newer set of figurines that they put out. There's Vanity.
Yeah, you can see the eyes give it away.
Yeah. And I've actually bought some of those in a lot that was on the Goodwill site as well. So I have a bunch of those. I might have a full set of those, actually. I love the Smurfs. And speaking of Smurfs, I still don't know what these are from. They are little Smurf booklets. Well, I just dropped one. Oh. Well, they're comics. Holy crap.
Yeah.
They're like mini comics.
Comics. Yeah.
Smurfs mini comics. I don't know if those came with figures or where in the world they came from, but I got 5 in here. I was like, oh, this is cool. Monster Smurf, Sticky Smurf, the Smurfs and the Evil Bird, the Smurf Plane, and Smurf Ball. So
it kind of looks like I think Adam might be right with figures, or even like with a kids meal or Happy Meal thing.
Oh, okay, that might
could have been. Yeah. It actually could have been a cereal box prize as well, because I know this was from Rice Krispies. This is a little joke machine. You pull on the tabs here, and it gives you different jokes and answers.
Oh my God,
I remember it too. Yeah, that's definitely.
What time is it when the clock strikes 13? Time to get another clock. So I do remember these, and that's what kind of triggered me too. I was like, I know this was a cereal box, but obviously it's Rice Krispies. But they used to put those in cereal boxes, and it's in great shape. So I was like, "Ooh, that'll be fun to collect." And then the final thing, I hope this is playable. Well, this is in a This is in a sleeve. So holy
This is
crap,
what you got it for?
I had no idea this was a thing, but I want to see what the year is before I show you. This has got to be like late 80s or early 90s. It doesn't say. Apparently this was a promotion at Kentucky Fried Chicken. I've got the record single of Walter Payton, Doing It Right.
What in the world?
What?
It's in a paper sleeve. I mean, look at the artwork on this. Isn't it great?
Yeah, art alone, you had to get it.
I thought it was like some kind of theme song, but inside it is a paper record, essentially. Flimsy. Walter Payton, Doing It Right. Right there.
Oh my God.
And I'm such the big single collector. I don't even see what year this came out. Place coin here if sound sheet slips. Okay. So you're supposed to put a coin in the middle in case it starts slipping around when you're trying to play it. But we're going to spin Walter Payton's Doing It Right here later tonight. I'm going to put it up on Instagram or somewhere, and we're going to take a listen. But I saw that. I saw the record. I saw the Kentucky Fried Chicken logo, and I was like, what is this? I need it. And I didn't realize it kind of went together with that piece of art that I saw. So pretty amazing for $25. I thought that was a pretty good deal, which that was shipping included. So I got some Alf cards. I got this crazy single. I got some Smurfs mini comics, this joke machine thing. I mean, pretty good, man. Pretty good.
That's easy.
So now I got to do some research, see what in the heck, when some of this stuff came out, and try to figure out how old it is. So anyway, I think that's it. Unless y'all had anything else you might have missed. I just want to give a shout out to Kevin. Kevin inspired me recently to pick up a stack of comics at Ollie's and do an opening video over on Rediscover the 80s. And that was really fun. I usually look through them and then they're mainly always the same ones because nobody's buying them. And I looked over there and I saw that Conan movie special, that movie adaptation. I was like, well, I'm going to pick this up. And then I saw there were some other 80s comics in there, or at least on the back cover. There was another one. I was like, I'll just open it up like Kevin does. And that was fun. Thanks for the inspiration.
Yeah,
so
and considering the price for you, it's probably like, all right, I would have spent that on this Conan book, so the rest is free and just for fun.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I would spend $8 on it.
No, but I mean, like, it's.
I knew there's probably enough in there that was vintage that I would have, picked up, and it would have made it worth it. So, and it was, but yeah, I've never seen that. I guess realized that obviously Conan's got the whole comic series, but didn't realize they did a movie adaptation. So I was glad to pick that up. But, all right. Well, I think that's going to about do it. Thanks, guys. Good to talk to you guys again, and some great stuff in this video. Our 9th episode. Next time will be our 10th. I don't know what we'll do for our 10th episode. Maybe let's try to get something from our collection again. We haven't done that. We only did that one time and kind of showed off one small collection, small if we can. Adam is constantly showing off his collection behind him there. So maybe we'll do that next time for you again, and show you some more recent finds. But in the description below, make sure you are following all of our channels, because we do other unboxing and things like that. Also on TRN TV, Adam's now doing some Wax Pack flashback stuff, which has been fun. You've got a bunch more coming. You've got some cards coming to you via me and Mickey. So
yeah, very excited.
You opening those up.
Something I live for anyway, and then to get to share it with everybody, it's the best.
That's really fun. And make sure you're over there on Kevin's channel, and check out Kevin on Patreon too, man. If you like what he's doing, throw him a few bucks over there, because he's still. you were planning on doing some podcasting too, or have you released some podcasts? I can't even remember.
I have done some over there, and more is coming.
Okay.
I had some technical issues, and I have a podcast update for you off there.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Saw you did some Royal Rumble predictions recently too.
I will always do big pay-per-view predictions, and I'm over a 500 average for most of my pay-per-view predictions, no matter the company.
Thanks for sharing that, because I always want to ask you, how do you do on your predictions? Because it's got to be difficult.
It is, but I've watched it long enough. I can usually predict. And my friends that have a wrestling podcast every year, they do a guess for, whoever gets the most guesses right. And some of it's stupid stuff like, will the table be broken this evening? Will the Undertaker randomly show up? Like stuff like that. This year will be the 4th year. I've won the previous 3.
Nice.
So I have to see if I win and guess it correctly this year as well. Pressure's on.
Awesome. So yeah, visit all of our channels, subscribe to them. Of course, subscribe to TRN TV. Give us a like on this video and leave any comments you have below, and we'll gladly respond to you on those, any reactions to some of the stuff that you guys seen today. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. We'll check you all later. It is time to eat. It's feast mode.